Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
You are watching 7 at 7, powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, the largest news team in Nevada.
Home prices fell in 6 local zip codes. We'll tell you why and by how much. Good morning and thank you so much for joining us on 7 at 7. I'm Cynthia Puga. Starting off with your top stories, Clark County failing to review revealing messages after allegations of a Robert Tellis affair. At the time, Tellis headed up the Clark County Public Administrator's Office. Convicted murderer Robert Tellis wrote his subordinate hundreds of romantic emails on Clark County Time, telling Roberta Lee Kennett, "I love you so, so much, and I wish we could just run away together." But after complaints from other staff at the County Public Administration's office, the county failed to review the internal messages. Tellis murdered Las Vegas Review-Journal investigative reporter Jeff Gehrman for reporting on his misconduct, violently stabbing the 69-year-old reporter outside of his home in September of 2022. Gehrman requested the records before he was killed. The Review-Journal staff and Review-Journal chief legal officer Ben Lippman fought to get the records as well, and the county recently released about 10,000 messages providing evidence of the affair. A federal lawsuit against Tellis and the county was filed in May, alleging Tellis created a hostile and discriminatory work environment. The county says the employees who filed the lawsuit failed to timely notify the county of the alleged misconduct. According to court records, the county and Tellis deny the allegations in the lawsuit. A man accused of hitting a Henderson police sergeant with his car is indicted by a grand jury. 43-year-old Jonathan Gaston was supposed to be on house arrest when police say he struck Sergeant Scott Alward with his Jeep on January 13th. Alward suffered a head injury that required 11 staples. Gaston was indicted on several charges, including counts of attempted murder of a first responder and battery with a deadly weapon. A developer is cleaning up an area known as Three Kids Mine, and Henderson taxpayers will pay to reimburse them. Developer Lakemore Ventures is working with Pulte Homes to build houses for 3,000 families in the far eastern outskirts of Henderson. The Three Kids Mine was closed in 1961 but contains asbestos, arsenic, and lead. The Nevada Division of Environmental Protection is overseeing the cleanup, which is estimated to cost $257 million. While the developer is fronting the cost, property taxes generated from the sale of the homes will go to the developer over 45 years. Lakemore Ventures could not be reached for comment.
Now for your sports update brought to you by PT's Taverns. With over 65 locations, there's a PT's near you. Visit ptstaverns.com. Becky Hammon completing her coaching staff Monday afternoon. The Ace is hiring former NBA player John Lucas III as a player development coach. Lucas spent time in the NBA over 8 seasons, seeing the floor for 6 different NBA teams, as well as spending some time playing overseas. Lucas began coaching and player development for Minnesota in 2018, before coaching with the Suns and Lakers before landing in Vegas.
In weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing. You can expect a cloudy day for your Tuesday. We're seeing temperatures in the 30s this morning, rising into the 40s at 8 a.m. with a high of 53 degrees by 3 p.m. Partly cloudy skies for the rest of the week, with temperatures rising into the lower 60s tomorrow and into the weekend, with the possibility of temperatures rising into the 70s on Sunday and into the beginning of next week as milder Pacific air moves into the region. Overnight lows stay in the 30s and the 40s this week. In business news, brought to you by G-Bank, your best banking experience ever. Home prices in the Las Vegas Valley rose in all but 6 areas over the last year, according to a new study. Redfin data by UNLV's lead Center for Real Estate shows home sale prices fell by at least 1% or close to it in 6 zip codes. Those areas included the northern edge of North Las Vegas in the Iron Mountain Ranch area, the Whitney Ranch area in Henderson, and the area around the Harry Reid International Airport.
If I had to take an educated guess, I would say these zip codes that did see drops probably saw a lot of home construction completions come onto the market, which goes into the typical supply and demand. If there's more supply, the demand goes down and prices go down.
On the other end of the spectrum, median sale prices rose by at least 10% in 11 different zip codes. There's a gold mine of talent in Valley Schools, and mining company Kinross Nevada wants to celebrate it. They've teamed with CCSD Magnet Schools to award students for their attendance, grades, and building community in the classroom. This time, the Gold Star Student Award went to Tristan Espino, an 8th grader at Hyde Park Middle School. As a member of the National Junior Honor Society with an eye on a future career in an engineering-related field, academics are important to Tristan. She's participated in STEM-related competitions, including eCyber Mission and Future Cities. But that's not all. Described as very caring, Tristan is known for making an effort to help her classmates. She even shares her advice for students who are struggling with school.
Just focus on where you'll be in the end, and in your future, you'll know that what you did today was a good thing, and how it betters you.
To learn more about Tristan and see the full surprise, visit the Review Journal's YouTube channel. In your health news, brought to you by Centerville Senior Primary Care. Discover primary care focused on you. Practicing mindfulness can look different to many people, from riding a bike to even walking. But what about just spending time in nature? Experts say nature is the perfect anchor for mindfulness because we're using our 5 senses while being present in the moment. Different mindful practices include trying different breathing techniques, taking a slow walk through nature, listening to the noises around you, and bird watching, which is known to decrease stress and anxiety.
Sports betting brought to you by Las Vegas Pipe Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. The Chiefs are not only favored to win Super Bowl 59 over the Eagles, but they're also the favorites to win Super Bowl 60 next year. Kansas City is a 6-1 favorite at the Westgate Superbook to win the 2026 NFL title game. Philadelphia and the Baltimore Ravens are tied for the 8-1 second choice, followed by the Buffalo Bills and Detroit Lions at 10-1. San Francisco 49ers are 12-1, followed by the Cincinnati Bengals at 16-1 odds, and the Washington Commanders at 18-1. The Raiders sit at 100-1 odds to win the Lombardi Trophy. Vegas Nation brought to you by Sage Casino's STN Sports. Download the app today. John Spytek taking over as Raiders general manager on Monday, and he's got a task in front of him this offseason. One task is fixing the league's worst rushing offense. He explains his plan.
We're just going to fill every room with quality football players that want to compete. And, my experience in this league has been that when you do that, the entire level of play of the room will rise.
A pair of Raiders running backs are set to become free agents this year. Alexander Madison and Amir Abdullah's contracts expired this season.
In lifestyle news, about 600 students at Gordon McCaw's Theme Academy Elementary School got to experience the Sphere. The students walked happily as they entered the Sphere's venue to watch the immersive film Postcard from Earth. It was the first time an entire school was brought to the 17,000-seat arena. McCaw students were able to go to the Sphere because one of its 5th grade students submitted their art that was chosen for the first EXO Student Design Challenge. There was a total of 8 winners out of 100 finalists, and each received a $10,000 grant from Sphere for their school's art program. The students' art also appeared on the EXOsphere on July 4th. Moving on to your entertainment, sponsored by Arizona Trolleys has live entertainment every weekend at both locations. Go to ArizonaTrolleys.com to see who's playing. Former Vegas headliner Katy Perry is heading back to our city as part of her upcoming global tour. The Vegas Golden Knights Vegas Viva dancers helped Perry make her announcement with this video. She'll bring her Lifetimes tour to T-Mobile Arena on Saturday, May 17th. Perry, who is touring in support of her new album, will perform all of her hits as part of the show. The announcement comes a little over a year after she ended her residency at Resorts World Theater. Tickets go on sale starting Friday, January 31st at 10 a.m. at AXS.com. That's been your 7 at 7 a.m. news update. Hit that subscribe button to get alerts when we post breaking news in our 7 at 7 newscast. Join us tonight for more of your local news updates.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Knockby Injury Law.
This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.